It's Capital Xtra, the Norté Show with me, Manny Norté, with a very, very special guest. I think we're in the presence of real, real greatness right now. Hailing from New York?
Born in the Bronx, raised in Yonkers.
Okay. Well, welcome to the UK.
Always.
Yes. So let me intro you properly. So are you 12 albums deep?
I think the new one is 14.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So would you say over 50 million albums sold, perhaps?
Yeah,
25 million? Wow.
About that.
Over 25 million singles sold?
About that, yeah.
Multi-Grammy Award winning?
Yes.
Multi-everything else winning as well?
You know, yeah.
Known as the queen of hip-hop soul. I like to say, well, you're known as that, but...
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe just the queen.
The queen of hip-hop soul is fine. The queen is fine. I earned it.
Yeah, you did. Miss Blige, welcome back to the UK.
Thank you, Manny.
Yes, indeed. So this is like your second home, right?
Yes, it is. I love London.
You've been here many times.
Yes, since the beginning of my career. I can't even count the times I've been to London. It's definitely second home.
I came to your first concert. How about that?
Yeah, so you saw the hell that I've been through. How I had to earn this queen of hip hop soul.
Yeah, you've earned it. You've earned your strap. So you was touring this time round with Maxwell, right?
Yes.
So how was that?
It's fun. I mean, it's Maxwell's a nice guy, and we're all fans of Maxwell. We love his music, but he's just a beautiful person, and it's nice to be on the road with somebody that's nice. You know?
Yeah. So all right, so your new music, your new single, I got one sent to me.
Yeah.
Called The Thick of It.
What a hell of a year. If I make it through hell and I come out alive, I got nothing to fear. No more crying.
There's a line in the song. You said, let me read it out. So, what a hell of a year. If I make it through hell and come out alive, I've got nothing to fear. I actually believe you because I've grown with you, and you've been through so much, and you're still here in 2016, about to enter 2017 with a new album.
Yeah.
Now, no shade. Like Lauryn Hill's just given us one album. I love her. She's given us one. This is your 13th, 14th album.
Well, only the strong survive, and whatever doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And we just have to get through the trials to see the blessings, which is the 14 albums and still being relevant and still having another generation say, "Wow, we love Mary as well." Bad boys ain't no good. Boys ain't no fun.
Please explain the strength of a woman.
The Strength of a Woman is the title of my album.
Yes.
But The Strength of a Woman is what I found in myself. I don't know if you've seen my life in the last 6 years. It's been splattered all over the news, and it hasn't been pretty. And in the midst of those heavy moments, I found that in myself there was this strength that was like bigger than me, because Mary wanted to just lay down and die and go crawl under a table and just fade out.
Right.
But this strength in me said, no, you're going to keep going. You're going to get dressed. You're going to look good. You're going to go do your interviews. You're going to go do your work. You're going to go out here while people are laughing. You're going to go out here while things are not looking good, and you're going to be strong, and you're going to grow through this trial. And that's I had to save myself. And that's what the title, The Strength of a Woman, comes from, because I had to save myself. And then from so many other women that come up to me and say, well, Mary, this helped me get out of abusive relationship, this song, or this album helped me to finish college. And, so I had to be the strength for so many women, but they don't even know they have been the strength for me.
Right.
Just for all these years.
A lot of people don't make it. So it's like, you're still here.
Man, listen, grace of God. That's how I say it, because I look and I say, how, but you have to have tough skin. You have to be able to deal. Yeah. And I come from an environment where I grew up in the projects. Projects is like prison.
Yeah.
So I have tough skin. So I can handle the internet. I can handle the news. I can handle it. It hurts, but I can handle it, you know, and I come out and, I'm not bitter. I'm not mad. I'm just ready to continue to prosper.
Broken heart again, another lesson learned. Better know your friends or else you will get burned.
So let's take it to the early days. What was it like actually growing up in the projects?
It was hard. It was like I said, it was like prison. When you're a little kid and you're growing up with all these damaged adults, and living in the same environment as you can't go trick-or-treating properly without someone trying to steal you. Me and my sister
trick-or-treating in the hood.
We used to have to fight, fight guys, to keep our trick-or-treating bags, with us. And, it was always violence. And our home, my mom had 3 jobs. She worked
3 jobs?
Yeah, she worked really hard. She was a single parent mother. My father wasn't there.
Right.
But she really tried to protect us. But you can't really protect your child in the hood because they got to come home from school. They got to go to school. And it's just, you know what it is. It's if you survive or die. And that's how we grew up. We had to survive. And then we had some good times, too, because the music is what helped us in those environments. The radio, all the good songs, and the block parties that, the DJs threw. That gave us, the music is what gave us happiness.
Right.
Inside of such, terrible situations.
You know that you remind me of a love that I want to.
So what made you want to actually be a singer?
Well,
what was the turning point?
Well, I knew when I was 7 years old.
7.
Yeah, not that I wanted to be a professional singer, but that I could sing because I fell in love with this song. I'm kind of mushy, y'all. As hard as you think I am, I am
too.
But I'm kind of mushy.
Yeah, I cry when I watch Titanic. I cry.
Yeah, it's so. But who doesn't cry? That's a sad, hard.
Jack. Yeah, I cry.
So anyway, I did a talent show.
Yeah.
And I sang Reunited, which was one of my favorite songs back then.
Okay.
I sang both parts, and the reaction that came from the audience was crazy. So I was like, okay, I have something here. I got something. And from that point on, I felt, this is something I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to do it professionally at 7.
Okay.
But, it was just something I loved to do.
So talk about the first break, when it first started for you, for people that don't know.
Well, the way I even got the deal is through, I was shopping in the mall with my cousin.
Wait, New York?
And yeah, Galleria Mall in Westchester in New York.
Westchester, okay.
And they had just got this karaoke machine that everybody was bragging about. And they was like, Mary, my cousin was like, Mary, you got to go to this karaoke machine and you got to sing Anita Baker's Caught Up in the Rapture. And that was my favorite song at the moment.
Jeez.
So I went and recorded Caught Up in the Rapture. My stepfather at the time was working at General Motors with Jeff Redd, who was an artist on Uptown Records.
Uh-huh.
So I gave the tape to my stepfather, and he gave the tape to Jeff Redd, who was at Uptown already. And Jeff Redd took it to Andre Harrell, and, they came down to the projects where I lived. They came to my house.
No, who? Andre?
Andre Harrell.
Had you? Okay, wow.
Jeff Redd, yeah.
Really?
And they heard me sing.
They knocked on the door?
Yes.
What, with a limousine parked outside?
No, a Maximum. I think Andre had either a black BMW or a Maximum. And I remember it was those days when those polka dot shirts was out. He got on a black and white polka dot shirt,
right,
a sash, and he came upstairs and to my apartment on the 3rd floor, heard me sing, and they were just blown away.
Love
that.
And
and the rest is history from that point on. And then, of course, all the women out at the time were like Whitney and Mariah Carey, so they didn't know what to do with this little tomboy. They didn't know what to do with
But
me.
you was coming with something different. You had the swag and you was jumping on the hip hop beats and the R&B. They wasn't doing that.
But they didn't. So Uptown Records didn't know what to do with me.
Really?
But Puff did.
The queen of hip hop, so bad boy, Mary J. Blige, yeah, back together again. Let's go.
Puff Daddy.
Puff did.
Talk to me about the meeting with Puff, please.
Puff was the A&R, and
Yep.
Andre introduced us, and Puff and I ended up clicking just based on our musical history, what we knew. He was from Harlem.
Yeah.
I was from Yonkers, which was like right, a hop, skip, and a jump from each
Right.
other. So our cultures were like pretty much the same.
Yeah.
And Puff took me to Queens, where Mark and Corey Rooney were.
Okay.
And we started working on the What's the 411 album.
Oh, my God.
And Kenny Green, remember Kenny Green from Intro?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And Kenny, we all got to writing and vibing, and
Oh, so Kenny was with you writing?
Kenny Green, he
Okay.
wrote on Reminisce with me on the What's the 411 album, My Love.
Wow.
Yep.
Big tunes.
Yeah.
And so, and for those that don't know, this was like pre-Bad Boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was when he was at Uptown. It was like he wasn't even set up yet.
No, not nothing. Like he was just an A&R. Like me and him were just a team.
Mary's one of my first artists. So like she kind of put me on, I put her on. We taught each other a lot. We grew and kind of blew up with each other. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't really have Bad Boy Entertainment.
Okay. And so the first album came out, and how did that change your life?
Man, I had to move my family out the projects, but when the first single came out, I was still living there. I was still living in the projects. When you remind me, Oh yeah, you remind me. He was on the Strictly Business soundtrack.
Oh, the Strictly Business.
Before the album even came out. And Red Alert and Kid Capri and all these DJs that was DJing, it just jumped off the album and it became like was the first hip hop soul song, that people had heard from me.
Okay.
And then Real Love came.
Oh, my
And then it
God.
got real. I was like, okay, I got to get my family out of here. We got to go.
I'm searching for a real love.
You met Biggie. How was it? What happened? That chemistry.
When I met Big, I was on the what's the 411 remix.
Okay.
And he was leaning on the wall. He was smoking a blunt. He was like, "What's up, Ma?" I was like, "Hey, Big, how you doing? Nice to meet you." Da, da, da. He was like, "So what you want to talk about?"
Oh my God.
And I was like, whatever you want to talk about. And he went in there. He was like, as I sit back, relax, steam a blunt, sleep a back, think about that. We was in there like,
As I sit back, relax, steam a blunt, sip a beck. Think about the sexy singers that I want to sex.
So I have a list of a few of my favorite Mary tunes. We'll talk about some of your favorites and maybe just give us a couple of stories behind every song if you could. The remix to "I Love You" with
Smith and Wesson. Right.
Yo, that was real hood.
Yeah.
The DJ used to batter that.
Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, how did that come about? Was you in the studio together? Or?
Nah, see,
Okay.
the thing with Puff is he was always surprising me. Like, yo, check this out. I got a remix. Check this out. And he'll play it and he'll be like, yo, no, you didn't. Like, you went and did that. Like,
Yeah.
So he was always like surprising me with the loops that he would select. Because we had a lot of battles when it came to like music,
Yeah.
but it was fun battles.
Yeah.
And then he went and he knew that Smith and Wesson was like one of my favorite rap groups at the time, and he went and surprised me with him.
Wow. Smith and Wesson, Black Moon, the whole crew.
Yeah. Oh God, Black Moon.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Boot Camp.
Oh, Blue Cat Click. Yeah. Love that. Okay, another one of my favorites is "Steal Away."
Ooh, that's one of my favorites too, boy. I was just playing that like a couple of weeks before I came out on the road.
Really?
Blasting it, love.
Love that. Love the drums. It's just that ghetto. Yeah. So was that Pharrell or was that the Neptunes?
That's Pharrell.
Okay, just Pharrell.
Yeah, that's Pharrell. His amazing self.
So were you in the studio together or how was that?
Oh, we was in the studio together, writing that, the
Right.
whole nine, like watching Pharrell do his thing, and it was that was dope.
Crazy. Okay, another one now. You Bring Me Joy. Where were you? What was your mind state when you was writing that?
We were in the Hit Factory in New York. Puff was like, yo, we need to use that Barry White ecstasy. And he was like, that joint just needs to rock for an hour before it come on.
You know what? Puffy, he sees the future. He's really proactive in terms of
Yes.
like the right loops, the right breaks, and a lot of people can't do that.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I've been blessed to have him in my life.
Love that. And another one, an obscure one I always used to play, "Every Day It Rains."
Oh my God, that's one of my favorite records.
Wow.
I mean, one of the most depressing because I was a really depressed person, but every day it was raining.
Would you like to perform?
I mean, I love performing Love No Limit because it's that.
The Mary Bump comes.
Yeah, we're having fun right now. Ooh, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom. Yeah, anyway.
Baby, there's no need to tell you. As far as I can clearly recall, my love.
Where did the Mary Bump come from? Because there's no girl doing anything like that ever.
Came from Yonkers.
Oh, really?
It's my my sister.
big up your sister.
Yeah, we all have a different bounce. DMX has a different bounce.
True.
Like, the Locks have it. It's a different bounce. It's the survival bounce. It's this tribal bounce where it's just the music. Just really it tells you what to do.
Okay, so you worked with Biggie, you worked with Nas, Pharrell, Neptunes, Dr. Dre, literally everybody. Is there anyone you haven't worked with?
I mean, there's a lot of people.
Did you do anything with Prince?
I did something live with Prince at what was that? iHeart.
Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want.
I was shocked that he even came on, but he did. He showed up. I was like, what?
Wow.
Yeah, and gosh,
Okay.
and I still can't believe that the man is not even here. It's crazy.
I know. So you had a good relationship with Prince?
Yes, he loved me, and I loved him, and he just, really, really was a genuine person who had my best interest at heart.
Right.
And when things were going all crazy and things were all over the press, he would call me and, summons me to his hotel room and talk to me and tell me it's going to be all right, and, really make me feel like I was loved when I was feeling so unloved.
See, I wouldn't change my life's just fine.
Well, Miss Mary J. Blige, it's been an absolute pleasure having you in the studio again.
Same here.
Yeah, and Strength of a Woman's coming out before the year's done.
Yes. Yes.
What label was it coming out? What was?
Capital.
Okay, on Capital. On Capital. It's Capital Xtra, very special guest, legendary status, superhero of music, Miss Mary J. Blige.